Hi Aries, this is your June love reading / timeless love reading. I'm finally getting to your reading. Aries, how often are you last on the list? Unless your last name starts with a Z, but I do find it a little entertaining to have Aries wait, because not every Aries is super great at that, so it's a nice challenge for y'all. That's not my intention. My intention is not to challenge you guys. My intention was just to cycle through. I said this in the Taurus video, but I want to start every time I do like a reading of 12 signs. I want to start with the next sign up. So like next Gemini would be first, last time Taurus was first, after that Cancer will be first. I just want to switch it up a little bit, and everybody gets to be first and everyone gets to be last. So Aries, it's your turn to be last. Hope it was, is anybody like waiting for the Aries video? Like, y'all probably just like stumbled across this and you have no idea that you were last on my list anyway. Okay, the moon in reverse. What did you get clear about? The King of Cups. Okay, the World. So some of you could be dealing with a fixed sign, so Aries, nope. Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, or Leo. And I'm getting Scorpio here, again with the King of Cups, and then Pisces, Cancer energy with the moon, and the Virgo energy with the Six of Pentacles. Let's see if this deck agrees, because I personally see Six of Pentacles. I personally always thought of it as Virgo because I probably saw that somewhere. But now that I'm thinking about it deeper, I kind of see it as Taurus energy because it speaks so much of balance. But it also speaks of overgiving, which is such a Virgo trait. The Ace of Swords reverse, the Hangman reverse, and then I guess we take all cards on there. So the Knight of Swords upright, the Ten of Swords reverse, the Ace of Wands upright. So bottom of the deck you have Death. I feel like for a lot of you, there was some sort of huge epiphany about something, and that's what I'm trying to figure out here, is like what that thing was. But with the moon in reverse, the moon upright speaks about like secrets, illusion, uncertainty, and like uncharted territory, uncharted water. Reverse is kind of things like becoming, it's kind of clarity. It speaks about clarity. Also unconscious fears, and it speaks about things that may have been previously hidden or unknown coming to light. So the King of Cups, I feel like a lot of you are focused on balancing your emotions right now. Like, there could have been some sort of awakening about emotions. It released a lot of emotions, and you are now trying to balance this instead of kind of drowning in your emotions and letting them rule your life. So there's a balancing here, and that's especially for people like that won't apply to everybody, but I think especially with like trauma. I mean, I'm not an expert on this, but I am reading a lot about trauma right now, and that could like definitely signify like an unhealed inner child. That's something that I'm reading a lot about right now, but like it can feel like we are being ruled by our emotions. So that could apply to some. For some, you might just feel a little off kiltered, so you're just trying to balance out the energies. So the world, I think this has a lot to do with like the pandemic kind of going away. At the time that I'm filming this, it's June 9th, 2021. So I feel like a lot of you are just putting yourself out there more, like seeing more people, going out to more things that you were not previously going out to. And it feels very significant, I think, especially for Aries. I like to bring astrology into my readings because I'm more well versed in astrology than I am in tarot, because I've been doing astrology since I was a sophomore in high school, which is now like 5 years or something like that. But Aries, it's ruled by Mars, so very action oriented sign, and I think that Aries especially is a sign that does not like to feel restricted or held back. They like to take action and go, go, go. It's very in the Aries nature to take action, because Mars is the planet of action, movement. Like our Mars on our birth charts is how we do things, how we go about doing things. So it's a very energetic planet, very energetic sign, being a fire sign anyway. So I think for Aries, this feels like very enlightening, and just there's this boost of energy finally to be able to leave the house, to be able to do things, to go places without a mask. I mean, I don't know what country you're watching this from, how it is in your country. In the US, things have been kind of going back to how they were before. So, I mean, not necessarily, but I won't get too into that. But mandates are being lifted. There's no masks anymore. Not as much. People are getting their shots, so people can kind of go about it. It's kind of over right now, so I think like that's what this World card is speaking of for you, Aries. Six of Pentacles, I think that goes back to balancing out. I think with adjustments, so I feel like your reading is really going into the changes happening on a more global level. Like this feels like a very universal reading of mandates being lifted, going out during the pandemic. I think with big transitions, it can feel not only scary because human beings, like by nature, are fearful of the unknown because we can't fully protect ourselves from the unknown. It's like there could be dangerous, like we're meant to be fearful a little bit of the unknown. So when there are huge transitions happening, it can feel extremely scary, and like something's wrong, but there's nothing wrong. It's just we're going through a transition. So I feel like with the Six of Pentacles, that's really what it's talking about, is just there is nothing to fear here. Everything is fine. It's really just about being able to ease into the transition. So I think there is a bit of a lack of clarity and a lack of rest here, or it feels that way. There's just it all feels a little fuzzy, a little murky. There's just a big transition, and it feels a little bit scary. Now, see, for a lot of you, there is communication happening. The Knight of Swords, this is Gemini energy. Just coming at it, I think that there are some like confrontations maybe. There's people that you're seeing now that you maybe like haven't seen in a long time. So there's definitely some like heated communication, not necessarily heated in a bad way, just heated as in you have not seen these people face to face in a really long time. So there is some like passion, some intensity coming through. Ten of Swords in reverse, I think like this is the example of like once you surrender, that's when it starts to happen for you. So I feel like for you guys, you have surrendered to something and changes are happening. And then with the Ace of Wands, definitely expect passionate new beginnings, exciting endeavors. I feel like a lot of you could be going out on dates, meeting new people. So definitely something to expect. And then with the Death being on the bottom, this is just reiterating that entire energy of change, of transition, that this is happening very deeply. This is kind of those things where once you go through it, there's no going back. So it's changed forever. You're never going to look at things the same way. So that sounds, to people, like the Death card is very scary to some people, especially as it's got the Grim Reaper on it. Like, I can understand how people would be a little bit afraid, but it's really just like, it's a dramatic change that is like necessary for your soul's growth. And the amount of times I've heard people say it's a death and rebirth, if I had a penny for every time I heard that, I'd be a millionaire. But it's a death and rebirth though. So it's just, this is what you're going through right now. Very deep changes, and definitely expect like good things from this. There's a lot of passion, a lot of new beginnings here, and this is the end of a period of kind of waiting around. I feel like a lot of you could have felt very down about how much you were resting, and I think like you guys have come out of this pandemic like a very different person than you were before. So yes, Aries, that is what I have for you. Really hope that resonated for you, and yeah, I wish you the best and good luck, and I'll see you next time. Bye.